Dun Shows World.
Welcome to Shows World Gamers, Josh here, and once again, it is that time. As this week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at a few of this week's biggest news stories, to look at some gaming announcements from this last week, and of course, we're going to check out this week's biggest video game releases. But do me a quick favor, if this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join in on the fun. Alright gamers, as always, let's kick off this week in review with a few of this week's biggest news stories. And we are going to start with the Super Nintendo World news, as we did get a special Nintendo Direct this week showcasing the amazing theme park land found in Universal Studios theme park locations around the world, including Universal Studios Hollywood, which we visited and it was awesome, and the upcoming Epic Universe Park that is coming to Universal Orlando Resort in Florida next year. Now, the Direct did focus on the new Donkey Kong Country Edition being added in Universal Studios Japan, and they also announced an opening date for that of December 11th. Now, the US will also be getting a Donkey Kong Country Land in Epic Universe when that park opens on May 22nd of next year. Now, in other Nintendo news, we did get a lot of info about the lawsuit between Nintendo, the Pokemon Company, and Pocket Pair over Palworld, the game that has been monikered as Pokemon with Guns. Now, it does appear the basis of the claim revolves around 3 specific patents, including the throwing a ball to catch creatures mechanic. The money involved in the case is pretty small, but it appears the actual intent of the lawsuit is to, well, actually just get Palworld completely removed and shut down. Now, in some Microsoft news, in a sit-down interview, head of Xbox Phil Spencer did confirm that Microsoft does have a team that is actually working on an Xbox handheld console. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't sound like we'll be seeing this anytime soon, as he also stated the handheld is still years away from market. Alright gamers, next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements. Now, G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra, the latest side-scrolling classic, kind of arcade-style beat-em-up game, using, well, just those awesome colorful pixel graphics, received a release date trailer this week. The game will be releasing on November 21st for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, as well as on Xbox Series systems. Now, the game does support both couch co-op as well as online co-op, and it just looks like a lot of fun. If you played the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, then you know what to expect here. The game looks awesome. It's got a lot of the classic vehicles and stuff that I remember from the G.I. Joe cartoon growing up, and I'm pretty excited for this title. Now, Misk, A Tiny Tale was revealed this week in a trailer showing off the tiny robot exploring a realistic 3D world. The game is a 3D platforming adventure about tiny robots made of miscellaneous parts. While exploring the world, your little bot will collect trash, coins, cogs, and more as you help friends around you. The game is scheduled for a 2025 release on the Nintendo Switch as well as PC. Now, Monster Hunter Outlander was announced with a, well, pretty good looking official trailer this week. The game, unfortunately, is a free-to-play mobile game from Timmy Studio Group and Capcom. Not much info is available on the project at this time, as it does not have a release window, only a coming soon on mobile banner on the official website, but the game is expected to be available on the Apple Store and Google Store, with a possible PC version coming later, but I would expect this to be just riddled with microtransaction, as it is a free-to-play mobile game. Alright gamers, let's finish up with this week's new video game releases. Now, the big release this week that I'm pretty excited about is Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. It did release this week on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series systems. This is a remake of the 1988 Famicom and NES Dragon Quest III, The Seeds of Salvation, and this is a favorite by fans of the long-running classic turn-based role-playing game series. The new version, well, it completely revamps the visuals of the game using just that awesome-looking 2D sprite style with the HD backgrounds that it just adds a really cool depth to the world while preserving the style of the original Akira Toriyama artwork. Now, Tetris Forever also released on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems. This is being called a video game compilation as it includes more than 15 playable classic Tetris games and an all-new Tetris game, Tetris Time Warp, where the visuals flip through the different versions of the game as you play. An interactive documentary is also included showing off Tetris through the years. Now, LEGO Horizons Adventures released this week on the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. This is a LEGO version of the Horizon first-party Sony PlayStation series starring Aloy as she battles giant robot creatures, most of them look like dinosaurs, in a distant version of Earth hundreds of years in the future. The game is one of the most impressive LEGO games visually to date, and it includes the fun, lighthearted comedy the LEGO games are known for. Now, The Rise of the Golden Idol released this week on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, as well as on Xbox Series systems, and there is a mobile version also. Now, this is a sequel to the award-winning detective saga, The Case of the Golden Idol. You will need to uncover the truth as you solve 20 strange new cases of crime, death, and depravity taking place in the 1970s. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending on November 15th. The week started with us jumping into the goofy new world of the latest Mario and Luigi game, Mario and Luigi Brothership, which we are deep into the full playthrough here on the channel, so definitely check that out. I'll link one of the videos here at the end of the video. Then we finally got a ton of info about the new Donkey Kong Country theme park land coming to Universal Japan and a future version coming to Epic Universe here in the United States of America. And the week ended with the return of, well, the greatest puzzle game of all time, as we got a chance to relive the awesome history of Tetris. But let me know anything we may have missed in the comments, and thanks for joining us today, gamers. Show's World, out.